Hello, welcome to Viking Views. I'm Cristina Batista. February is set aside to learn, honor, and celebrate the achievements of Black men and women throughout U.S. history. Viking Views' Alicia Winston has the story.
History Month began as Negro History Week, which was created in 1926 by Carter G. Woodson, a noted African-American historian, scholar, educator, and publisher. It became a month-long celebration in 1976. The month of February was chosen to coincide with the birthdays of Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln. For the past month, Missouri Valley College has been celebrating the month of Black History by showing historical movies and doing daily trivias. Black History Month is expressed differently among people.
Black history means to me, well, it's a part of the American history. Like, it kind of like shaped our country, and it's still kind of going on today. And it plays a big part in like where our country came from, and kind of like the fact that we're still dealing with it now in some senses of it. It's like our country still has things to work on.
Person who's Black myself, I'm proud that at least we have a month that we celebrate, some heroes.
I feel like Black History Month is like an important thing to like celebrate, just to remind us in the African American community where it came from and what like ideals and values that they have, and it's knowing where you came from is kind of like showing you where you can go up from.
I think Black History Month is when I read a couple of books about like Black people, what happened during the slave trade and how we got out of it eventually. So that's how I celebrate it personally, aside participating in some of the activities they do at the Malcolm Center and stuff like that. I read a lot of books on Black history.
Black History Month honors the contributions of African Americans to the United States history. Alicia Winston, Viking Views.
Share more than just the traditional Black history narratives. Share the past, present, and future. Marshall End of Missouri is mired in a cold snap that has produced some snow, some ice, and some single-digit temperatures. Viking Views' Felix Alvarado reports on how the weather is causing students to put a freeze on going to classes.
In the low teens, and it's hard for students to get to class, and teachers have noticed the decline in attendance.
I see a dip, definitely. I think probably, I don't know what the reason is, but I know that people get sick very frequently, and it is due to the weather change.
Going to class seems a lot harder when it's cold out, and students have been getting sick.
Yeah, yes, it has. Very cold. I hate going anywhere, and I've gotten sick this whole entire semester. I've actually got over my sickness just now. So I sleep a lot because I'm sick and I feel gross, and it's cold outside, so I don't want to leave my room.
With midterms coming up in 2 weeks, it's important to remember why you're going to school.
Yeah, it sucks when you got to wake up and it's -1 degrees and it's freezing out there and you don't want to go, but you know what? I'll take this week of going to class to make sure that 5 years from now I get the job that I want. To make sure I had that 3.8 or make sure I had that 3.0 or 2.5, whatever you want.
The weather is really cold outside, but the classrooms have heaters to warm you up. Viking Views, Felix Alvarado.
While the school is making sure that students can go through class and snow and ice removal, class cancellations are posted in the school's intranet. Christians around the world are taking part in a religious tradition of Lent, and Missouri Valley College students are gaining introspective by what they are giving up.
Lent is 40 days of sacrifice for Christians. It is a time leading to the celebration of Easter.
Is this 40 days of time that we consider our mortality, really. We remind ourselves, even though we don't want to remind ourselves, that we will die. We are dust, and to dust we will return.
Fasting is a common sacrifice given during Lent. Some give up meat, while others give up other foods.
For Lent, I'm giving up caffeine. It's really bad, and I know I've been drinking a lot of it lately, so hopefully I can deal with detox.
For Lent, I'm giving up all carbs and all bad food other than, I guess, protein and water. So
I'm giving up social media like Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. I'm just trying to get more in contact with people on a personal level and face-to-face.
Lent is a time of prayer and bringing Christians closer to their community and to their God.
Lent ends on Easter Sunday, which this year is April 5th. The high culture of Missouri Valley, a look on a busy weekend of fine arts, is next on Viking Views.
Valley College asking 5 financial questions and 5 pop culture questions. Come on, let's take a look and see what type of answers we get. What is a student loan default?
I have no idea.
I cannot tell you. I'll take outside loans.
Okay, why did Amber Rose call it quits with Wiz Khalifa?
He cheated on her.
What is your credit score?
I don't have one.
I don't have credit.
You don't?
No.
Missouri Valley College, located in Marshall, Missouri, is the home to roughly 1,500 students. With small-sized classrooms and an educationally friendly environment, Valley prepares students to succeed. Valley is a private, career-oriented college that will help students like you get prepared for the real world. It's time you plan for your future and become a part of the Missouri Valley College experience.
So apply now at moval.edu and become a part of the Viking family today.
The Repertory Dance concert was held the past weekend. Viking Views' Ashley Lawrence has more on the story.
Missouri Valley College Division of Fine Arts held the Repertory Dance Ensemble concert February 19th through the 21st at 7:30 in the Eccleston Mabee Theater. The dances were choreographed by dance professor Janie Morgan and the dancers themselves. The concert included several new dancers.
Well, at the end of the show, I was originally going to do just the violin, and then Janie added me into the other dances of the show, so I just said okay. And originally she said, oh, just a couple of dances you'll be in, you'll just walk across the stage. And then she conned me into dancing and other stuff. Janie has obviously worked wonders on me, and I still have a lot to improve.
It also included guest performers.
I've actually never been a dancer. I was a cheerleader and gymnast for 13, 14 years, and they just asked me to be part of their guest. So I thought that was pretty cool, getting that chance and that experience to learn how to dance and actually be good.
And for one dancer, this was one of her last performances.
I did a tap solo, so of course that was my favorite. All the seniors get to do a solo, and this year I chose to do tap. I think I enjoyed working with the people most out of the entire process of working with this show. These people have been through a lot with me, and they help me through anything that I need, and they're just really great to work with, and I'm going to miss them dearly next year.
For more information on upcoming events, visit the Fine Arts page located on Missouri Valley's website. Ashley Lorenz, Viking Views.
The Fine Arts Department's next event will be in March. Missouri Valley's Morris Art Gallery hosts Ada Koch's painting on February 19th. Viking Views' Courtney Campbell reports on the night of fine art.
Artist Ada Koch shows her work in an interactive art gallery by having her art being displayed, and viewers go around and put their thoughts on a sticky note. Also, at the art gallery, the MVC cafeteria is helping with a wine tasting, and snacks are also available.
This is probably inspired by 9/11. It was a very sad time. It affected me. I went to my studio and couldn't work for over a month. And then I wrote a poem that expressed my fears about losing my children and vowed that someday I'd come back and do works of art related to that. And finally, about a year ago, I started this body of work.
Viking Views, Courtney Campbell.
Koch's exhibit called Thoughts on War is on display until April 26th. Missouri Valley College held the final round of Valley's Got Talent, February 11th in the Eccleston Mabee Theater. Comedy, singing, dancing, poetry, and graffiti were a part of the 6 acts that took on stage at the end of the night. The 3 judges chose a winner that would win a prize of $500. Justin Wynn was the runner-up, but the $500 went to Bad Baltimore, 3 lacrosse players who were friends from Baltimore that danced hip-hop.
Sports, like
Like, we all played lacrosse, and it was just us three since, so we're always dancing. You find us around campus dancing everywhere.
That's Viking Views for this week. Our next show is March 17th. Thanks for watching. I'm Christina Bautista.